Good evening and welcome to today's edition of You and the Economy. My name is Chinemerem Joseph. We continue with the focus on the digital currency of the Central Bank of Nigeria, and we felt where else could be more apt to present the edition of the program than one of the malls in Nigeria where payments to the tune of several millions of naira are made each day, hence our choice of this very location. Now, consistent with the method it has adopted in introducing various Central Bank of Nigeria interventions and innovations to viewers and the general public, You and the Economy had, in the last episode, flagged off a public enlightenment mini-series to educate the public on what the eNaira, the face of the digital currency developed by the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, is all about. The episode had shed light on the host of issues that the public may find confounding on the new payment system, such as what the eNaira is, why the CBN decided to introduce it to facilitate payments, as well as how to create and fund the electronic wallet required to enable its targeted audience use the eNaira to conduct transactions. That edition also assured viewers that the introduction of the eNaira will not lead to the withdrawal of the physical Naira currency from circulation. This is because both the eNaira and the physical Naira, which some stakeholders have started referring to as analog Naira, will continue to exist side by side as legal tender. In this edition of the program, the Public Enlightenment mini-series shifts into high gear as we apprise you of other critical information you need to know about the eNaira to understand the intricacies of the payment system it offers even better.
From what we have told you so far on this Public Enlightenment mini-series, it is obvious that the eNaira wallet is crucial to the smooth operation of Nigeria's first digital currency payment system. For without it, no party interested in using the eNaira to settle payments, be they individuals, corporate organizations or merchants, can do so. But due to the constraints of time, You and the Economy's bid to enlighten viewers on the eNaira on the first episode of the mini-series devoted to that purpose could only accommodate explanations offered up to the point where we dwelt on how individuals can open and fund their eNaira wallets. Since corporate organizations and merchants are also key components of the audiences targeted by the CBN to use the eNaira to conduct transactions, it is pertinent to shed light on how they too can open their own eNaira wallet. And here is how it is done. The procedure is similar to what applies when an individual wants to open his or her eNaira wallet. Just like individuals must do, the interested corporate body or merchant must visit app stores such as Google Play or Apple Store on their smartphone to download the eNaira Wallet app to create their eNaira wallet. Again, just like individuals are required to do, such corporate organizations and merchants will equally proceed to get registered to be able to activate the downloaded app. To meet this second condition, the corporate organization or merchant must provide their tax identification number, TIN, and identify a bank of their choice to validate the information they would be providing. The requirement for banks to validate the information so provided is to further simplify the registration process. This is because the information requested would already be in the named bank's custody, as they would have been used to open the account that the corporate organization or merchant operates with the said bank. After the bank has validated the information, it will proceed to create the eNaira wallet and advise the corporate body or merchant customer accordingly. So far, one thing is crystal clear. Be it for the individual, corporate organization or merchant, owning an eNaira wallet is an indispensable condition to access and use the Central Bank of Nigeria's digital currency as an instrument of payment. For without it, the eNaira cannot be used to conduct transactions.
Let me start with the eNaira side of it.
Now, back to individuals. The framework of the eNaira system provides for 4 different types of eNaira wallets that individuals can subscribe to. This wide scope of offerings is to enable the payment system accommodate the varying financial capabilities of the different individuals who may wish to use it to conduct transactions. These eNaira wallet types are called tiers. They are Tier 0, Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3. The categorization of the wallets is determined by peculiar factors such as whether or not the individual who wants to open them owned an existing bank account, the types of documents/records required to formalize the registration of the intending individual wallet subscriber, the maximum limit of each single transaction that can be conducted by the prospective subscriber daily, as well as the maximum limit of the cumulative transactions that the prospective subscriber can conduct per day too. Tiers 0 and 1 of the eNaira wallet are open to individuals who do not have an existing bank account. To get registered after downloading the wallet, subscribers in the 2 tiers are required to have a GSM telephone number on which their national identity number (NIN) had already been verified. The maximum limit for single transactions for Tier 0 of the eNaira wallet per day is 20,000 eNaira, while the maximum for cumulative transactions also per day is 120,000 eNaira. For Tier 1 eNaira wallet, the maximum limit of single transactions per day is 50,000 eNaira, while the maximum per day for cumulative is 300,000 eNaira. For Tiers 2 and 3 eNaira wallets, the intending subscribers to the wallet must have existing bank accounts. Otherwise, they fall into Tiers 0 and 1 eNaira wallets. Registration requirements for validation of requests to subscribe to Tier 2 of the eNaira wallet are a bank verification number (BVN) and a valid means of identification, while for Tier 3, requirements are a BVN, valid means of identification, and a public utility receipt, which may be an electricity or water bill. The maximum limit of single transactions that can be conducted by owners of Tier 2 eNaira wallet per day is 200,000 eNaira, while 500,000 eNaira is the maximum limit of cumulative transactions per day for the category. For Tier 3 eNaira wallet, the maximum limit of single transactions that can be conducted per day is 500,000 eNaira, while the maximum limit for cumulative transactions also per day is 5 million eNaira. For an entity to truly qualify to be referred to as corporate organization or merchant, it is taken for granted that it must be operating bank accounts. As a result, in determining the eNaira wallet they can own, corporate organizations and merchants are not categorized in terms of whether or not they have existing bank accounts. Consequently, the eNaira wallet they can own is not categorized into tiers that are based on owning or not owning bank accounts. Therefore, only one type of eNaira wallet can be owned by corporate organizations and merchants. The conditions to be met for validating the registration of the eNaira wallet of corporate organizations and merchants are also very simple, as they are the same Know Your Customer KYC requirements they had used to open their bank account in the first place. There are also no maximum daily spending limits for corporate organizations and merchants who want to transact business with the eNaira, whether single or cumulative transactions. Whichever way the instrument of a payment system is opened or created, the essence of subscribing to it is the ability to use it to make payments whenever the need arises. And since the eNaira and its wallets were not introduced as sheer memento, their potential owners and users would also certainly want to create and access them so that they can use them to make payments, rather than merely keep as treasured souvenirs. But to be able to use the eNaira without any hitch, you will still want to know more about it, so that all areas of possible confusion and misunderstanding about how it functions as a payment system are erased. As you have heard, the eNaira will exist side by side the physical Naira currency notes, or better still, the analog Naira. And if that is the case, you will want to know without doubt the value of the physical Naira in relation to that of a corresponding unit of eNaira. In other words, when you wish to exchange your physical Naira for the eNaira, you want to know whether both will exchange at par or at different rates. For example, if you want to transfer, say, the sum of 10,000 Naira in physical Naira from your regular bank account to your eNaira wallet, you will undoubtedly want to know if that 10,000 Naira will exchange for exactly 10,000 eNaira. The answer is yes, because both the eNaira and the regular Naira enjoy parity of value. Therefore, the eNaira is exchanged one-to-one whenever you want to use your physical Naira to fund your eNaira wallet. Now we know that as an individual, corporate organization or merchant, you can fund your eNaira wallet by transferring money into it from your account at the bank at which you saved your physical Naira. We also know that whatever sum of money you transfer in Naira to the eNaira wallet fetches you exactly the same amount in eNaira. The question that naturally arises next is, how do you now connect your eNaira wallet to your Naira bank account so that you can transfer money into the eNaira wallet seamlessly? The answer lies in the design of the eNaira app you had downloaded to onboard yourself to access the eNaira. The app allows customers who intend to access the eNaira through it to identify a bank of their choice from which they will be transferring Naira to fund their eNaira wallet. Not only that, the app also allows you to connect the eNaira wallet you opened to the identified bank account so that the bank account can perform the function of transferring money into the eNaira wallet. And once this link is established, the owner of the eNaira wallet can easily transfer Naira from that designated physical or analog Naira account to their eNaira wallet. Since the introduction of eNaira allows one to keep their regular Naira in their bank account, it is not out of place to want to know what makes the eNaira in your eNaira wallet different from the Naira lying comfortably in your bank account. Here are the distinguishing features. eNaira is a digital form of that cash you have in your bank account, and it is a direct liability of the CBN. On the other hand, the physical or analog Naira in your bank account is a direct liability of the financial institution in which you deposited it. Again, when you conduct transactions with eNaira, you deal directly with the beneficiary of that transaction, whereas whenever you conduct transactions with your Naira deposits, the bank in which the sum is held intermediates between you and the beneficiary of the transaction and charges you a fee for rendering that service. One common feature of e-payment systems globally is that they are prone to triggering or throwing up disputes. And the most common of such disputes is the incidence of failed transactions. But you need not panic or become wary of using the eNaira system to conduct transactions on account of the possibility of encountering the frustrating experience of failed transactions. This is because dispute resolution mechanisms have been built into the modus operandi of the eNaira system. The major options available to resolve such matters include contacting the customer support desk of the bank you selected when accessing your eNaira wallet and lodge your complaint through the available dispute resolution channels offered by the bank. Such channels may include phone call contacts, the exchange of emails, WhatsApp posts, and the exchange of SMS text messages. In the unlikely event that such disputes are not resolved within 48 hours, you should send an email to the CBN eNaira customer support via this email address: helpdesk@enaira.com. All letters in the lower case. When unveiled, the eNaira payment system will be a novelty in Nigeria. To ensure its smooth takeoff and that it is birthed without crippling challenges that will hinder its success, the CBN embarked on a rigorous search for a technical partner of impeccable pedigree in the development of digital currency systems to collaborate with in implementing the eNaira system in the country. After a very elaborate and competitive bid process, Bit Incorporation, a foreign company of outstanding repute, was engaged as technical partner for the digital currency project of the CBN. With its very impressive track record in its unique area of core competence, Bit Incorporation, it is believed, will bring its rich experience to bear in its collaboration with the CBN and ensure the successful rollout of the eNaira payment system in Nigeria. During the question and answer session to round off the 281st session of the Monetary Policy Committee meeting of the CBN held recently, Governor of the Apex Bank, Godwin Emefiele, spoke on why our technical partner was sought by the CBN to collaborate with it on its central bank digital currency project dubbed Project Giant, and the due processes followed before Bit Incorporation was chosen as technical partner for the project.
We chose Bit as a partner, Bit Incorporation as a partner. But we chose that they will establish their company in Nigeria. The Central Bank of Nigeria will own majority stake, substantially majority stake in that company. It's a company that will be established in Nigeria. You will see it on CAC, and it will be majority holdings will be the Central Bank of Nigeria. So as with all attempts at choosing contractors, the CBN went through a rigorous vendor selection process in line with the Public Procurement Act, conducted by 7 departmental directors and a deputy governor. 10 companies were evaluated based on the following criteria: A, technology ownership and control; B, implementation timeline; C, efficiency and ease of adoption; D, support for anti-money laundering and combating of terrorism; E, platform security; F, interoperability; G, implementation experience. Bit came first with an average of 82.3% on the scoring grid, The scores for the other 5 bidders are BITS 82.3, Interstellar 76.9, Zimbabwe 76, G&D 76.3, MTech 66.4. Why did we choose BIT? BIT is a leader in the central bank digital currency space with subject matter experts at the intersection of technology and policy. The company deployed its flagship product in regulated, collaborative, multi-stakeholder environment, including a live CBDC in 4 Caribbean countries and digital currency deployments in Barbados and Latin America. The BIT DCMC for Eastern Caribbean Central Banks was vetted by IMF and World Bank. The deployment in the Caribbean countries is driven by social impact, including financial inclusion, through special features for the unbanked, on, off, ramp through, and accessible agency network. So we went through a process because we believe they are subject matter experts. Who owns them? Overstock, which has majority stake in the company, is a 20-plus-year-old publicly traded company on NASDAQ with over $200 million invested in blockchain technology related businesses. 2 Pillion Ventures, also a 35-plus-year-old venture capital company, managing OSTK investments outside Nigeria. BIT is the first company to digitize a national currency on a blockchain, thus creating the first synthetic CBDC with support of the Central Bank of Barbados Governor and the Minister of Finance. That system is still in operation today and is integrated with the largest bill payments processor in that country and both for the major telcos. So we went through the process and we thought that it's important for us to provide this explanation so as to dial some of the tensions that people or comments that people are making about the process that we went through in choosing this company.
One of the critical challenges currently being faced by electronic payment systems globally is the scourge of cybercrimes. But even as eNaira is an electronic payment system, the CBN believes it is relatively safer than similar payments platforms and charges that Nigerians and other residents of the country interested in subscribing to eNaira should not be deterred from doing so on account of the high incidence of cybercrimes plaguing electronic payments system generally.
I don't know if you've been following the thing about digital distributed ledger, the blockchain technology. The beauty of it is it comes with all these security features. It uses cryptography, which is a way of scrambling information, and so people are not able to read what you are sending or receiving. And it also comes with a special security feature that if you initiate a transaction, it knows it's you, and you can't reverse it without following certain protocols. So, and then when you are creating your wallet, there are certain security features we have put to ensure that it's you. And that's why we have chosen the eNaira design, CBDC design, to be tied to identity. So before you create the wallet, we would have ascertained it's you who is trying to create the wallet. Any transaction you make on the ledger, we know it's you. So we have done a lot of work around security and cybersecurity because we do recognize the threats and the vulnerability that could exist on the system.
Welcome back. We hope you gained extensive knowledge on the eNaira from watching both the last edition and tonight's edition of the program. As we promised when we flagged off this public enlightenment mini-series, our objective is to familiarize you with the key issues you need to know about the workings of the eNaira system. We believe we have done a good job of that so far. However, we're not through yet. The decision of the CBN to float its digital currency has generated a lot of misconceptions and thrown up some worrisome issues that clearly indicate that the initiative is not properly understood by quite a number of Nigerians. One of these misinterpretations and misrepresentations is that the eNaira is exactly the same thing as cryptocurrency, and that it is also argued, rather wrongly, in some quarters, that the initiative could throw some commercial banks out of business, and that it is one e-payment too many. All these issues and more will be addressed in the next edition of the program, when we shall set the record straight and correct the deep misrepresentations about the eNaira. Well, thank you for watching tonight's edition of the program, and until we come your way again, same day and time on the station next week, it's goodbye for now.